say good morning to you. Thanks for being with us. Hope you've had a great Memorial Day weekend. We did, and here we are on a Monday, on a Tuesday, on this, what do we got, 25th day of May? 87 days to kick off the Cyclone football. We're not that far away. It's clicking them off one by one by one. We have been blessed by the Golden Girls here today. Molly and Mama Smith and Lou and who? Brenda? Brenda, watch them act like they don't know I'm over here. Brenda and Molly, Mama Smith, and Lou are here. Boy, have I learned things about the Golden Girls. Goodness gracious, from riding tractors to doing a homecoming queen, to riding tractors to doing a homecoming queen to playing putt-putt. We've learned a little bit of everything over here. It's been good. So they are, they're acting like they don't hear me over here, but they're good girls, and they usually meet here every Tuesday, the Golden Girls. So anyway, we're here on a Tuesday. Birthdays day. Got a couple. Old Bo Seaba's having a birthday. Hank Williams Jr. is 77 today. If you follow Fleetwood Mac, Stevie Nicks having a birthday. Stevie Nicks is 78 years old today. And Hank Williams Jr. is 77. So they getting up there a little bit in years, but we just keep on trucking, and they keep on trucking. They're both out singing and performing and doing concerts. So we're going to be joined by Deb. Deb Googe is going to join us coming up here in a few minutes. We've got her because, and also our city manager got some really good things going on in Elizabethton. And I want them to tell you all about it. They'll be here in a few minutes. Molly's going to be here in a few. We got all kinds of things planned for the month of June here coming up. We're on the tail end of May, so the month of June, got all kinds of cool things. Bingo and a putt-putt day and all kinds of stuff going on with Chick-fil-A here in Elizabeth. College World Series softball tournament. Tennessee's in both. The guys are in Chapel Hill this week for the baseball, and so the ladies are in Oklahoma taking on Texas. We'll talk about that. We'll talk a little NASCAR. We will talk, of course, I think everybody knows what happened in that situation, but with the passing of Kyle Busch, we talked about it on the Friday show. But I did watch the Coca-Cola 600, at least the start of it, and out there in front of God and everybody, trying to pick up the pieces. And then they played the national anthem with the bagpipes. I don't know, there's just something about the bagpipes that gets to me. And so, anyway, I thought that was a very moving moment, tough moment. I've not actually heard when the funeral is for Kyle Busch. May have already had it, I don't know. But anyway, the Coca-Cola 600 is behind him, and so now they move on to the Cracker Barrel race in Nashville this weekend with NASCAR. So we'll talk about that. Major League Baseball, we've got lots to cover, so stay with us. Lots going on here on this Tuesday. Hard to believe we're at May 25. Some of the schools are out. I know Elizabethton's got Elizabethton City goes tomorrow. They're out a half a day tomorrow. They're there all day today. But some are already out. So just depending on what system, out for the summer, and they are glad that they are. And so it's been a great year. It's been a long year. And it's been, some have had good years, some have not had good years. But by and large, we're talking about kids, individual students, based on their grades. But by and large, from the school system standpoint, I think we've had a really good year here around the area. All right, here we go. The Kingdom Airs out of Dollywood with the national anthem. Show number 2504 on our way to 3,000. Here are the Kingdom Airs on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare through the night, that our flag was still there, land of the free. And the home of the brave.
And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. So we're back in the saddle after being off yesterday, ready to go. And so there's some of those youngins. Which school? East Side? Are you East Side Pirates? West Side? No. Hunter, out in the county. Yeah, we went up there for the tour of schools. So some young ladies in here with their grandma having something to eat. So that's good. We like that. Anyway, happy birthday to Stevie Nicks and Hank Williams Jr. are the birthday kids today. So we got a lot. Look at this. All kinds of stuff to talk about. It's been a busy weekend of sports. First, I want to say thanks, congratulations to the Tennessee High Viking Band. They performed representing all of us in the nation's capital for the National Memorial Day Parade. I thought that was really cool. It was yesterday. And so the mighty Viking Band led by Kerry Mitchell from Tennessee High, the only band from Tennessee to perform in the parade. They perform Your Grand Old Flag, My Country 'Tis of Thee. I love it. So about 100 band members. They raised money for the trip, and I thought that was great. So congratulations to the mighty Viking, make sure I get this right, mighty Viking Band from Tennessee High. Went and performed representing all of us yesterday, again at the National Memorial Day Parade in the nation's capital. So that is really, really cool, and we salute you for that. That's good stuff. All right, let's see what's going on. First off, we want to talk about I'm getting ready to say Chase Elliott. There he is. We streamed the graduation the other night. So I wanted you to, and we had a little glitch late in the show. I'm not sure what happened, but we apologize then. We'll apologize now. It's still at about up to 14,000, 15,000 views. So, but we had a glitch. And so the battery packs, I'm not sure what happened, but anyway, it conked out on us, and it became really scrambled. The picture's perfect. Alphabetically got to about the ends, and then things started going wonky, and so we apologize. Nothing we can do about it. So, but we know what we're going to not do next year. We're going to go to a different avenue. Big thanks to Caldwell Springs Baptist Church. We had the privilege of speaking there on Sunday, and so thank you for that. We got some other speaking engagements coming up. Next couple of weeks, particularly in the month of June, we'll be out about every Sunday. People ask us to come speak at their churches. I'm very honored to do that. And so I'm an ambassador for the Lord, so we'll be doing that. But we did this past Sunday speak at Caldwell Springs Baptist Church and had a wonderful time. There were really good people there, good peeps. Last night we had our picnic. No, Sunday night we had our picnic at the church, Memorial Day picnic. It was awesome. So I got a chance to sit with Jimmy Enzer. He could almost run for governor, I think, and get it. So, anyway, that's what's going on there. All right, let's take a look at some sports. Molly will be here in just a second. Expanding the college football playoff. SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey says he still sees the value in its championship game. He said, we're not going to cancel it. We're under contract of 2031 with the SEC Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. So we're not going to do away with the conference championship. The other schools want that to happen. They said, we're not going to do away with the conference championship in the SEC, at least not right now. Now, I'm not sure how they're going to be able to keep it going because all the other major Power 5 schools have said we want to go to a 2014 playoff. He wants to hold it to 16. If you hold it to 16, you can still have an SEC championship game. He said, look, we're under contract through 2031. How are we going to repay that money? We bail out. So Georgia coach Kirby Smart said something will have to go if they go to a 2014 format. More than likely the championship game will be out. It's interesting. The SEC invented the conference championship game under former Commissioner Roy Kramer. His son, Steve, is from Kingsport. Had Roy on the show a couple of times back in the day when I was doing Dobbins Minute. His son is Steve. His grandson's name was Zach. Roy's passed on. But he, with local ties, was the SEC commissioner. We were speaking, but we'll be back there this Sunday. Greg Sankey again says we're going to stick to 24 or 16. We're sticking to 16-team format. We've talked about this before. Now, the Big Ten says we want to go to a 2014 format. SEC Greg Sankey says we want to stay to a 16-team format. So we'll see. All right, Molly's here. Let's let her get settled in. We'll take a break. Be right back. Get her settled in. We're going to let her tell you all about what some of the, look here, she's got a whole, she's made a list. She's awesome. Love working with this young lady. We've been together, I don't know how long it's been. We've been together a long time. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Molly's in the house next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show from Chick-fil-A.
Hey, it's your girl Mayani. A little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A Cobb salad is the chicken. Literally, the nuggets, they smack. When you put those nuggets in the salad, it just brings the salad to life. I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
Hi, I'm Jasmine. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A market salad is that the chicken is super juicy and the apples can be a little tangy, also a little sweet as well. So there's just a ton of different flavors. It's just so good.
Tell us why. A lot of real estate companies out there. Why David Collins and Collins and Company?
Well, we service before and after the sale. I think that's a big thing. And follow through on phone calls. I think, and I have a lot of people just comment on how professional our website is, how professional our agents are, and what we do, and how we follow through with things. For instance, I'm not telling the name of a real estate company or anything like that. That's had a buyer that bought one of our houses through another agency, and she just called me. She said, my agent didn't show up at closing, didn't bring me any keys, we didn't do a final walkthrough. That's pretty sad. And, you know, I just want to let folks know, you come here, you're going to get service, you know, follow through. We're going to work through with you, follow you through the process, help you through the process. You don't have a lender. We've got lenders we recommend, attorneys for closing we recommend, and you get full service here.
End of story. Full service. Phone number to call?
423-543-5741.
A 97% closing ratio, folks. Collins and Company, great sponsor of the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Elizabeth and Cyclone Sports. Back on the Tom Douglas Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Hello, Johnny Markland. How you doing? We are here again at Chick-fil-A. Obviously off yesterday. It counts a given, so we were off and here today. And so we are here with show number 2504 on our way to 3,000. I want to publicly thank Molly and her mama and her daddy. We had our 2,500 show right there last week, and no other place. Tommy said, you want to have it here? I said, okay. Mary said, why don't you just have it here? Thanks to Lisa Baker, who kind of put everything together for me with and it was very nice. It was very simple, very to the point. 2,500 shows. We got a chance to thank the folks. A lot of people came by that been on the show since day one. This is our 11th year. And so we've been coming here. I think Tommy and I figured out her dad was on the show. I think we've been coming longer than that. So, but anyway, I want to say publicly thank you to Chick-fil-A of Elizabethton for allowing me to take 2 hours on a normal time, but take up a little bit more space than normal to block it off to have a little shindig. Show number 2,500. Good morning. How you doing? Thank you.
How are you?
Good. So I want to say thank you again because you're good to me, aren't you?
It's our pleasure.
Yeah, she's good to me. All right, let's hit this magic button. Here we go. Hello, JoJo. Hello to Junior Campbell. Let me hit this right here. We're fixing to tell you what's getting ready to happen. Here we go. Talking to our buddy Molly Hurley from Chick-fil-A here in Elizabethton. Springtime, summertime, all kinds of good things coming up. What's going on? Tell me about it.
So our new summer promotion starts June 8th of this year. Lots of new fan favorites are coming back. We've got our honey pepper pimento sandwich coming back. That's always been a big hit. It's my favorite sandwich we have. And then also the peach milkshake and peach frosted lemonade and the pineapple dragon fruit lemonades and Sprites are coming back. So lots of good, yummy beverages and sandwiches to come back for the summer. They'll be here through August, so make sure you get them while they come. And then also starting June 8th, we're having a new kids meal offering. So you've got the nugget strips and grilled nuggets. We're also adding mac and cheese as an entree. So the kiddos will get a medium mac and cheese and then a small side in their drink. So I know lots of kiddos love mac and cheese for their meal. So that's a new offering we're having as well.
So June 8th, peach milkshake, honey pepper pimento, the pineapple dragon fruit, and a new kids meal.
Yep.
Offering a medium mac and cheese with a side. That's all starting coming up.
Yep.
And that's going to be for the springtime. Also, let's talk about you're always in need for picnics, 4th of July, sleepovers. Tell us about that.
Catering anytime, just give us a call. Depending on the size of the order, you can call so we can get it ready in 15, 20 minutes if you just need a couple trays. Bigger orders, and a little bit of a notice is nice, but anything from breakfast, brunches, summer picnics, taking the kids up to the lake, stop by and get you some chicken nuggets. We've got salads, wraps, vegetarian offerings, gluten-free offerings, so anything you could imagine we can do.
Bags of ice.
Yes.
The pelletized ice like you get here in your cups, you get that by the bag. And also gallons of
Lemonade, tea. You can get whatever seasonal beverage in a gallon as well as for lemonade and tea. So if you like the pineapple dragon fruit, you can get it as a gallon of lemonade. Take it home with you. Take it to the office. Treat yourself to some yummy lemonade.
Give us the hours we're open.
We're open 6 a.m. to 10 o'clock p.m. The dining room closes at 9 p.m., but the drive-thru stays open until 10.
Monday through
Saturday.
Love it. Great sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. The great folks at Chick-fil-A here in Elizabethton. We love promoting Chick-fil-A. There you go. You just made a commercial. Now, I love it. You're going to do putt-putt here, is that right?
Yes, we're going to do putt-putt. It's going to be really fun.
Inside or outside?
Outside.
Cool. Tell me about putt-putt.
So putt-putt is going to be on June the 9th from 4 to 8. It's going to be out in the parking lot. We've joined up with a company out of Bristol, Virginia. They're going to bring, they've got a mobile putt-putt unit, so they're going to bring it out and set it up. Free to play. Bring your families, friends, whoever will be out there for 4 hours. So just get there before 8 o'clock, and hopefully we'll get everybody in through to play, and you can grab dinner while you're here. We'll have a station to make cards for Dad since Father's Day is coming up, and we'll have prizes and for holes in ones, some raffles, all that kind of fun stuff.
That's putt-putt on June the 9th. So circle your calendar for June 9th. It's going to be for everybody, right?
Yes, anybody and everybody.
Kids and adults. Come out here. We'll have a blast doing putt-putt outside of the parking lot. Bingo, June 1st. Bingo's gotten really big, hasn't it?
Oh yeah, we have a big crowd we've got some regulars that come every month, and then some people that just are in here eating. They're like, I didn't know you did bingo. We're gonna have to come back next month. So It's always a fun time, fun way to come enjoy. It's a quick game, so if you've only got about 30 minutes, that's about as long as it takes.
Yep.
We do 3 rounds, and it's always a fun time.
Sure, that's on June 1st, and then Kids Night on June 15th. Tell us about that.
So that is come bring your kiddos. It's dine in or carry out only. With the purchase of an adult meal, you'll receive a kid's meal on us, but the kid has to be present. So it's 1 kid's meal per adult meal. So it's always a fun time.
I love working with this young lady. She's so cool to work with.
Thanks.
And we're looking for help. We're always looking for help.
Yeah.
But I know a lot of the college kids are gone now. They went home for the summer, out-of-towners. And so we're looking to fill those slots. So we're looking for help, right?
Yep, especially mainly in the kitchen. If you like to work in food service, fast-paced environment, we've got lots of great benefits. Always have Sundays off, 401k, health care benefits, and all that kind of fun stuff. Scholarships, if you're just now graduating high school, there's a scholarship opportunity as well. So great, fun place to work.
Yep, you have 401k. You have benefits. That is huge in 2026. Not everybody offers benefits for their employees, but you guys do. And 401k. This is an entry-level work. Anybody, right? Yeah. It's like you have to wait and be in management.
I think you have to be 18, though.
Yeah, you got to be 18. But if you start working here, you have a chance for 401k and health benefits. That's really big. How do we say we'd like to come in, fill out an application? What do we need to do?
Text the word SERVE to 423-455-5115, and it'll send you to our online application. And then from there, you'll get contacted for an interview, and then you'll fill out our long application when you get here. The one online is just kind of quick and easy.
Yep, there you go. So, but again, she's right. You got all kind. Graduation is pretty well done, I think.
Yeah.
Prom season's done. We know that. Up next is Father's Day, but just the basic day-to-day, going here, going there, she said, going to the lake, going to the backyard, having a pool party, having, I don't know, graduation party, wedding receptions.
Don't want to cook dinner.
Don't want to cook dinner. Don't have reasons. Don't want to cook tonight. Swing by here. Tell about catering, because you can actually go out and do it. Tell me the different phases or different ways you can cater.
Yeah, so you can do a pickup option where you just come to the store and pick it up, or we also offer delivery within a 10-mile radius of the store. The delivery minimum is just $200. So if you need something delivered and you're feeding your office, feeding your family, that kind of thing, we'll bring it to you. Make sure you've got all your paper goods, get it set up for you if you'd like, and help you out there. We've done some weddings before, catered some weddings, some retirement parties, office meetings, that kind of stuff. So lots of good places to cater and make it carefree for you all. We'll take care of everything, make sure you're all set up.
423-297-1266, the number to call. And they give you the prompts. If you want to get this, do this, you hit this, hit this. And so that's what you do. 423-297-1266. That's the magic number. Thank you, dear.
My pleasure.
Always does a great job. love working with her. And I love working with her dad and her mom. They're just good peeps. Don't see Lydia Grace being here any this summer at all?
I don't know. She's trying out for volleyball this week, so
Oh,
she'll
she's-
probably be busy with volleyball.
Yeah, she's trying to drive a volleyball team.
She's gonna be a high schooler.
She loves volleyball. It's hard to believe she's a freshman.
Yeah, it breaks my heart.
Yeah. You look
She's my
up.
baby.
I know. You look up, see, you'll be going to graduation. Don't say that, Tom. Okay, I won't say that. All right, quick break. Deb Gooch is going to be here. Deb and our city manager. Good things going on in Betsy. We got some really good things. And Deb Gooch, and Mr. Estes is here next. Wanted them to come in and talk for. We got more sports coming, but they're here. I had to wrangle to get them in here, and so they're here. They're going to talk about some good things going on in Betsy right after this on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Brumman Sports Shop in downtown Elizabeth with your favorite school's T-shirts, polos, or hoodies. They can put your school, church, or company's logo on lots of different styles of hats, including Nike and Richardson and now Travis Matthew. Windbreakers, sublimated shirts, pullovers, koozies. They can order for any area school and your favorite team. Dry fit sleeveless hoodies, Nike dry fit t-shirts, women's and toddler sizes. You can order any uniform for any sport, including the pants or shorts from Brumman Sports Shop. And they always have a clearance rack to save you money. Plaques, trophies, medals, and ribbons, and all the engraving is done in-house. And they offer hard-to-find Letterman jackets of your favorite school for guys, ladies, and now elementary and middle school athletes too. And they offer all the different sports patches as well. Brumman Sports Shop, downtown Elizabeth, and Facebook, Instagram, website, BrummanSportsShop.com, phone 542-2321, Brumman Sports Shop in downtown Elizabethton. Center, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports, the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Tammy Troutman. A lot of antique stores out there. Why come to the Eagle Center?
Oh my goodness, there are so many reasons to come and visit the Eagle Center. We have wonderful vendors, nearly 50 vendors who have the best merchandise. They hunt, they pick, they're always changing it out, keeping it clean and fresh and new and interesting, and we have wonderful vendors.
Yes, you do. And we're going into the spring. We're in spring and summer. Great time coming downtown Elizabeth and shop here because the inventory changes all the time.
Yes, it does, and we have air conditioning, so you can come in, cool off, look at things, browse. We have 2 levels of just about everything you could think of.
Gift certificates?
We have gift certificates available. We have layaway available.
Yep, you can do those. Get a gift certificate. They can come back and get what they want when they want, or do a layaway for down the road, even into the holidays. You can do that. It's all right here. The hours are open.
We're open 10 to 5 every single day except for Sunday.
Mm-hmm. And where do we find you on social media?
We're on Eagle Center Co-op on Facebook and then Eagle Center Antiques on Instagram.
And the phone number we have to call to find out,
The phone
talk to
number
you?
is 542-6674.
There you go. One of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show and on Cyclone Sports, the Eagle Center in downtown Elizabethton. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, show number 2504, on our way again to 3,000 shows. We're at 2504. We had our show number 2500 here last Monday. Big thank you again to the folks here at Chick-fil-A allowing us to come and celebrate. Lisa Baker was, she kind of got all the balloons and everything going for me, the cupcakes and all that. So just want to thank them again because they're good peeps. These are good peeps too right here. Hello, lady. How are you?
I'm well, sir. How are you doing?
Get that up there close so we can hear those golden tones. Hello to Ken Googe, Johnny Markland, Brandon Sutton. Hello to Rick down in Pensacola. Hello to Jimmy Stout in Georgia watching. Thank you all. So this is Deb Googe. Everybody knows her for many, many years at Elizabeth and I. She's retired. You're now enjoying retirement life, obviously.
I'm twice as busy.
Twice as busy, though, aren't you? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And also, in what capacity with the city of Elizabethton?
I'm a city councilwoman.
That's it.
I've been on for a year and a half. this month.
Yeah. So what have you learned?
Oh my goodness.
That's your first foray into politics per se. So what have you learned about being a city councilwoman?
I've learned that the great thing about municipal government is that you can be a public servant and not a politician, and it's wonderful. But I probably read more last year than I did in grad school.
Did you really?
Because I'm telling you, I don't know everything. All the acronyms are different. They've been so patient with me.
Mhm.
Learned a lot, gotten involved in a lot of things that were not on my radar at all. So we know that's a good thing.
Yes, it is a God thing. Introduce us to our city manager, would you please?
Delighted. This is Daniel Estes, who will be here 8 years as of Monday. He's an awesome city manager.
Congratulations, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate that very much.
Yep.
Thank you.
So who wants to go first?
You're up, Deb. No, go ahead. You.
We have
Call
a
it.
list.
Wait a
We
minute.
have lots
Heads or-
of things going on.
Heads or tails, call it.
Deb wins.
Deb
Well,
wins, go.
the OG goes first.
Ladies first. There you go.
This might be my first time on council, but it's not my first time breathing in and out
No.
and being a human. So
You'll be all right.
It'll be all right.
Yes.
Lots of great things coming up this summer. I'm going to let him scoop a few things, which
Yeah.
are exciting. You get the first dibs on this, so
All
that's
right.
pretty cool.
So be listening up.
Some of the things that are
These
going
are
on
firsts.
that I know about, because get this, these are the things I'm doing now that I wasn't doing. Of course, I've been on the Boys and Girls Club board for a while, but I'm on the Animal Shelter board, the Main Street board, Bonnie Kate Restoration board, and lots of other little committees that come out of. It's not just go to city council once a month and you're done.
Mhm.
You know, but there's so many things going on. His report alone, when we get city manager's report on our agenda, is probably about 15 different subsets, and all of them have lots of pages on it. So there's lots of reading, lots of training. That's good. We just finished budget preliminaries.
Okay.
I'm really, really excited that we were able to do first reading on the budget in May, and we could approve it at the June meeting, which is way ahead of schedule. It's going to be so wonderful to look at some of the things, and I appreciate very much, as the new kid on the block, knowing that we're not looking at the next shiny thing. We're looking 10 years down the road. What are the big things that are going to happen in this city? So much transparency and forward thinking from the staff and the folks that have been there a lot longer than me. So I'm really excited about it.
A lot of growth.
A lot of growth, a lot of things happening downtown, as you know. We have several things that are coming up. We talked about the Bonnie Kate just a little bit. We have a ceremony coming up next Friday, right? Not this week, but on the first Friday, and coordinate with that, which is a downtown event. It's lots of fun. We're going to have the marquee lighting. They started work on it pretty seriously today. So
Awesome.
it's going to be really, really lovely and an exciting time to think about the history of the Bonnie Kate. We think it's 100 years old, so we're going to celebrate the 100th year of the Bonnie Kate this
That
year
is
as well.
awesome.
And
What a-
some of the film things that are coming up, the Freedom Fest, you will appreciate. You know, all these America Fest movies from starting on the 22nd of June and going all the way up through the 5th of July. And I'm going to let Daniel talk a little bit about some July things and budget if you want to.
Oh, sure. Thanks, Miss Deb. Hard act to follow with you. I mean, no doubt about that. Well, a class act, no doubt. But like you said, the Bonnie Kate having their America Fest movie series kicking off in late June, starting June 22nd. It's pretty neat. It's pretty cool. Like literally almost every day, there's 14 movies in a row there that are patriotic themed or American themed. So that's cool. And also, Park and Rec's going to have at Kiwanis Park an outdoor showing of Hamilton, which was a Broadway show that they made into a movie. So we're going to be showing the movie on June 26th. Obviously, the later the better, because you want it to be dark to be able to see that movie well. So that's, again, June 26th. But what's really neat, we've been working kind of behind the scenes on the staff side on what to do for America's 250. And we're thankful to get a grant from the state to help fund some of the things we're going to do. Of course, kicking off really yesterday with Memorial Day. Mayor Carter always leads that at the Walk of Honor in our War Memorial, and always do a good job with it. So that kicked off yesterday. But then really what's interesting and fun, and Deb's tried to prompt it here, was Independence Day. We're going to try to take it up a notch this year. We're planning for an Independence Day parade this year, kind of a one-off for America's 250. And the idea is for it to be patriotic themed and about veterans and about America. So we've kind of got a curated list of people that we have to participate in that because we want it to be special and unique about America and the 250th. So we're kicking that off. It'll be on the evening of July the 4th, and it'll lead right up to all the festivities like we always do in Cover Bridge Park. That'll be that evening. So we're going to have some live music. We're going to have a tribute band that's going to be playing the Beach Boys.
Beach Boys.
That's
yep.
right, the Beach Boys tribute band. So that's going to be a lot of fun. So again, we're calling it Foundations of Freedom Elizabethton Celebrates 250. So we're excited about that again. And that's the big news is we're going to try our best to pull off a patriotic-themed parade this year on the afternoon or evening of July the 4th.
We will. So we're going to get you back on there a lot to promote that. So it's free. And so, look, we know this. There's only one. You only get one 250th. So we got to blow this thing out, and we are, because not many countries can say that. Certainly, as I said, you get one 250. That's all you get. So we're going to make it a big deal. The Beach Boy cover band, I've heard them, and they are the real deal. I mean, we've lost. See, Brian Wilson passed away this year, one of the founding members, last year, maybe earlier this year. So, you know, this is a tribute band, so the original Beach Boys are kind of scattered, but these guys can do it. They sound like them.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun. What a place to be, though, if you're in Elizabethton on the 4th of July for a 250th, sit in the Covered Bridge Park, get some good food out of a food truck, look at the Covered Bridge, be right here. I mean, how can you get more America than the Beach Boys? I don't know. You can try, but that's pretty good.
That's it. It's going to be great. It's all free. Right?
Oh, yeah. Again,
So.
and that's we're going to try a little different this year too. We've typically done the fireworks on the Elk Avenue Bridge, but we're having a little bit of complication with that, so we're mixing it up this year. We're going to try off of Lynn Mountain. So that's another.
Really?
Yeah, we're going to try it. Yeah, we're excited about that and the opportunity to
That's awesome.
get a little extra height. We hope that the visuals are great. Yeah, you'll get that pop, and you'll get that ooh and ah, we hope, from the crowd. So.
Well, I've been to other fireworks, and I'll just tell you, not because they're sitting there. I've told you this before. If you watch this show, I'm a straight shooting cowboy. So the fireworks in Elizabethton are as good as anywhere you'll go. Because I remember we set up, London and I went, we set up behind Harold McCormick one night, watched it, and I kept thinking, holy smokes, it went about 15, 18 minutes. I mean, they were rocking. They were blowing. I mean, it was boom, boom, boom. It was really well done for a town of 14, 15,000. There was some money spent. Somebody spent it, and it was an awesome show. So circle the calendar for July 4th. You want to come here and be a part of that. So there's going to be a parade, then everything else down to Covered Bridge, and we'll cap it off with fireworks. So you mentioned the budget before we pass her back. Okay, you've got the immediate things. So I'm not privy to how a budget works. So you obviously look at immediate things you need, but you also look down the road and say, okay, we're looking for growth. So we want to take care of 2026, but we're also looking down the road. How does that work?
Well, that's a good question, and that's a big part of what we spend our time on as staff. I'll kind of give you two sets of an answer. In my mind, the budget's really a three-legged stool, and you want your stool to stand up and hold you well, you have to have all three legs even. You have to support them all.
Yep.
One is your people. You have to support your staff. If we don't have the people that we have here to do the work, our services are going to suffer, and we don't want that. We want to provide an excellent service to our community if we can at all. The other one is operating money. You have to have money to pay the bills. You keep the lights on, across our facilities. You have to buy fuel for trucks. You have to go and do. The last one is capital. You have to have stuff. You have to have buildings to house people. You have to have garbage trucks. These things, they cost money and they take time. We've been paying toward a new ladder truck that'll last another 30 years. Well, it's when we put our purchase in, we're at about $1.7 million. If you went to buy it today, it's easily 1.9.
Things going up?
Oh, up. Yeah, and it took 4 years to get it. So we had to order 4 years ahead of time. So that's part of the answer. And the other one is we do a 5-year rolling capital investment program. We're trying to plan for what we think we're going to need. Year one is always what we're going to do now, obviously, and that always changes, and we always update and try to say, hey, where are we going, what's changed, what's new, but then trying to at least take a picture toward the future as best as we can.
It's good stuff. Again, we're talking to City Manager and City Councilwoman, again, Daniel Estes and Deb Googe. We're here live at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth. And so, you drive down and you see, at least I think there's a lot of growth. There's a Ross over the last 3 or 4 years, and I'm going to leave somebody out. A Ross dress shop is coming to town. That's a chain. You've got O'Reilly building a new one up here. Going out of town, you've got the 7 Brews in town now, a Jersey Mike's, Eastman Credit Union. I'm going to leave somebody out.
The Aldi just opened.
Aldi's, thank you, the grocery store. Yeah. So,
well, we've had a lot of commercial development on the West Elk Avenue, Broad Street corridor, but also in our downtown. If you've not been downtown to see the change that's happened down there, there are a lot of shops that have come in, and things are moving all across the city. I know people have to laugh when folks say, "Oh, hey, I know there's always traffic." Nobody likes traffic, but yet the people that are here and that density, that traffic count's what brings shops here. People want restaurants, they want shopping, they want things to go and do. If we can show those numbers to those prospective businesses, they'll come in here and say, "Hey, this is working well," and then it's a virtuous cycle. Good things bring more good things. So that's what we're excited about.
Waggles, that's another one. That was my first ribbon cutting.
Waggles?
Yeah.
So Waggles, the one.
In the last little bit, so many new upgrades and different shops that have been added downtown. And people think, I got to mention this, we think that the hurricane, the wind stopped blowing, we're done. False. We are still in recovery.
Yep,
There's still people that are rebuilding things with their businesses, their homes, and their livelihoods.
Yep.
And there's been so much support and so much work on staff's part to make sure that we've had how many dollars in grants in the last 2 years? Unbelievable amount.
Well, in the last 3 years, we did a quick rundown. It is not completely comprehensive, but we've got nearly $7.3 million in grant funds, so state and federal, that's come to the city of Elizabethton alone. I know our friends at Carter County have done otherwise, and good for them. We're celebrate their wins too. But in the city government alone, we're at just shy of $7.3 million in the last 3 years.
That's a chunk of change to get these people back on their feet.
Yeah.
We had a lady on from the Red Cross 3 weeks ago. Told me, how many folks are still displaced out there, including kids. It's like, wow, it's getting ready to come on 2 years. So a lot of folks are fixed, but not everybody's fixed. So they're still fixing them. So you look at the growth here. One of the places I'm partial to, we lost an institution in Dan Britt. And so Big Dan's Barbecue, Megumi, his wife, said, I can't run this. I don't want to run it. So they have one of my sponsors, Phil's Dream Pit, is coming to town. Yep. Be their second location. The first location, Eastern Star exit of Interstate 26. And so you will be tickled to death when Phil's gets in there.
We already are.
Yeah. I mean, it's when he opens up, I think it's late summer. Talked to him over the weekend. They're going to start getting ready to start doing some renovation and put his face on it. They're going to remember Dan Britt, as we should, at Big Dan's Barbecue, but it's going to be Phil's Dream Pit. That's another eatery downtown. So what's the cool part? I guess you've been asked this 1,000 times. But for you personally, I'm going to ask you both. What's the cool part of living in Elizabethton and serving the citizens of Elizabethton on the city government? What's the cool part about that for you?
I really think you hit it. I think it's the service part. Now, I've lived here all my life, and this is my chance after all those years in the school systems to give back to the community that's raised me, and to find some ways that we can help each other. It's just, and the warmth in this community is beyond compare.
Yep.
I've
said this many times. I've been a lot of places calling ball games, and they're all great. I'm not going to diminish any place I've been on my trips, but along the way. But Elizabethton, it's just something different. You could sell, football team sells mulch, the band sells this. I don't care what they're selling or who's selling it. Everybody supports it. You got
exactly.
Mr. Lee getting ready to take his kids to Newfoundland, Canada for the robotics world championship, raising money. Victoria Nanny got money raised every year for the last couple of years. On short notice, like 3 or 4 weeks, going to raise extra to take the cheerleaders to Walt Disney World, and they did it. And so you had a baseball live auction back in the spring, raised $40,000 in one night in a town of 14,000, 15,000. I mean, it's incredible.
That's cool.
And the band, whatever they do, whatever they fundraiser, the what?
and
the choir.
Too.
Yeah. I mean, you name it. Whatever's out there selling, they sell it. I mean, this community supports it. And again, it's 14, 15. It's not like it's Knoxville or Nashville.
We don't want to be Knoxville or Nashville.
No, we want to be Elizabeth.
Exactly.
Yeah. And so
Mr. Estes is always saying, what does it mean to do things the Elizabethan way? That's our first thought about anything that any project we're tackling. And I think one of the things about it is that we want to do it well. We want to do it correctly the first time, if that's possible at all. Sometimes it takes us a little bit longer, but the time to do things is right up front, so we don't have to do it over.
So,
so do things well.
Yeah.
Ask you the same question. What's the cool part of your job? What's the cool part of working with city government for Betsy?
Well, I love what I do. I love the people that we work with. But you're right. You both have described it. This is a unique place. It's not like any other place. And I've been other places. Grew up in other places. But there's a unique sense of community here. My kids are in the school system. One's graduating from Eastside and going to T.A. Duggar in the fall, and have twins still at Eastside. So we got to experience that side of Elizabeth. And again, we've lived here for, again, just shy of 8 years. And it's a unique place. The people that care about one another. It's been really, really rewarding. And it's not just to blow smoke because, Deb's sitting here, but I've had good city councils to work with, people that were earnest and really wanted to try to get something done. Not a lot of game playing, not a lot of the politics that you see of other places. It's, hey, let's talk about what we can do to try to get the best done with what we have. And there's compromise. There's always give and take. That's life, and if I've had 7 bosses, these have been pretty good for a gang of 7 to work for. And Deb mentioned, what's it mean to do something the Elizabethan way? I asked that rhetorically to staff one time in a meeting, and just let it sit there. It's like, what does it mean? Well, to your point about trying to get things right, I mentioned one I know that's been kind of a sore spot for folks lately has been the delayed opening of the Franklin Pool. We wanted to be open Memorial Day weekend, but we were doing final checks with the contractor, and things weren't right. And we're not going to open it till it's right.
Amen.
We want it to be to a certain standard, and we'd rather spend another week or 2 or however long it's going to take to get it right and make sure the contractor does his job. Because when we filled it up, did final checks, some things weren't like they should be, and that's not how we're going to conduct our business.
It will be worth the wait.
It is. It's going to be
That's the way
better
we
than
do it.
ever. Well,
Oh,
and
yeah.
talk about opportunity there. We were at $630,000 worth of grant money, but total projects about $1.7 million to renovate a pool. Swimming pools are not cheap.
Cheap,
They're
no.
not cheap at all.
No.
So we're excited about it. Again, stay tuned for that, but we're making progress, and we're going to hold the contractor to his responsibilities to make sure we get a pool that we'll be proud of.
Absolutely. So did I hit everything on the list? Let me see.
Oh, gosh.
Do we get everything? Let's see.
Oh, well, one other.
We have a cheat sheet.
That's right.
That's good. That's
We came
okay.
prepared.
Yeah, it's all right. It's good. Let's see here. Do we get everything?
I think so. Well, one thing I think you can see that's a response from Helene, I want to give a shout out to the Governor's Response Recovery Fund. The state government put in a post-Helene fund. It kind of gap filled where other things won't necessarily pay out. One for us was when the Broad Street Bridge was closed, we took all that traffic through downtown. A state highway comes through your downtown. But it wasn't because of the flooding directly. It was a next layer down consequence. FEMA wouldn't pay for that. So we have to figure out how we're going to make that happen. And this fund gave us nearly $1.1 million, roughly, to do paving. We haven't done Elk Avenue yet, but we're going to. We've already done portions of Sycamore Street from one end to the other, and E Street, and on from there, best as we can, stretch those dollars. But really, it's, again, Elk Avenue, E Street, and Sycamore that took all that traffic, where all those trucks coming through and all the damage to our road. So thankfully, we're getting all that repaved this year.
Absolutely, because those trucks weigh and they beat you. They'll beat down your roads, your highways, because of the weight of these trucks.
Yeah.
You go to some cities, not going to name names, you go to some places, and it's like it'll beat you to death going through their cities, going through their towns. I experienced that over the weekend. But here, I got to applaud Elizabethton. I mean, the roads, there's a pothole here and there, but nothing like some of these other places. You guys are very diligent to keeping the roads, as smooth, I guess that's the right word, smooth as possible. So I applaud you for that because, just this road right here, somebody told me it's 25,000 cars a day. Does that sound right?
It's a large number.
Yeah.
A lot of traffic.
So you imagine, I'm sitting there watching it. It's like Bristol Speedway right now going up down the road. So all of them have weight. They tear, over a period of time, it beats these roads down. So for me, it's nice to go through a town and not, knock your teeth out trying to get through for all the bumps.
Well, I will say this, too. Again, kudos to the council. When I started nearly 8 years ago, the budget was around $250,000 for paving every year in a round figure. Now we're up to $830,000.
Oh, yeah.
So we're trying to make an investment there. There's always more need than we have money. That's life, and we have to try to prioritize the best that we can. But again, trying to think ahead, and I know Deb mentioned something about that before. One was, I know when the Broad Street widening was done by the state, well, everyone took G Street to get away from that. Well, that put more wear and tear on G.
Absolutely.
Well, we planned on purpose. It wasn't just by accident to go over to G once the state was finished to repave it because it needed the help.
Yep.
So we were watching that and didn't want to, make it too inconvenient for folks, but try to make the best of it that we could to really get that road back to good shape.
Yep. In closing, obviously, y'all know I work with the schools a lot, with the tourist schools and the Readers for Winners and, of course, doing the ball games. So I appreciate the city government working as a kid playing ball here in Elizabethton. The facilities he's or she are afforded. You've got the Citizens Bank Stadium, got a brand new turf. River Rider Stadium has new turf, and outfield's getting ready to be turfed. I think in the next year or two they said by Boyd Sports. So they get a chance to play in a big league ballpark, kids do. Softball's got turf now. They think they're getting ready to try and turf the outfield for the softball field for Elizabethton. The Rider Center for Athletic Performance, which is good for all the students, not just football, for band, for anybody. And plus, already got John Treadway Gymnasium, what looks like a brand new gym. So if you look at the facilities, thanks to the city government's partner with the school to go, okay, the Elizabethton way, what's the best thing for our kids? And so I applaud you all to roll up your sleeves and go, okay, what do we need? What's Tia Duggar need? What's East Side need? What's Harold McCormick need? What's high school need? What's West Side need? I think it's pretty cool because you guys, it's not, and you know this, maybe you're not around here, but other parts of the country, it's a battle all the time between city government and school system. That's not the case here.
I agree.
And I applaud you all for that. So I got no dog in the hunt. I'm not trying to kiss up to them. I'm just a straight shooting dude, but I thought.
Let me brag on them. It takes two to tango, and that means a school board, and that means city council. They want to work together. It also means staff. Hey, I talk to Mr. Van Huss regularly. You know, he calls me regularly if we have anything going on, anything we can help one another with. So again, seriously, it's a choice. You know, you can choose to get along or you can choose to fight, and any one side can choose whether you want it to be a fight or you want it to work well. And that's what it's all about, is trying to do the things the best way that we can and what our community expects with the money that we have available.
Yeah, it's all about the kids.
We're balanced.
That's it.
Our taxes are going to be
Yeah.
in good shape.
That's your news.
Yeah, well, that is news. You know, we're going to have pending anything weird happening, and I don't anticipate that. We're balanced in the budget. There's not going to be a tax raise in
That's
our
awesome.
city. Even in trying times, we've worked it out.
And that's not the
we
norm
roll
either.
up our sleeves and get it done.
Yeah, not every city can say that. So
Accurate.
last thing, in social media, how can we go to find out more about the city of Elizabeth? Is there a social?
Yeah, City of Elizabethton has a social media page, a main page for us. We also have some sub pages. If you're interested in Park and Rec, there's a Park and Rec page specifically if you want to look at that, or the police department, or library if you want to talk to the folks at the Elizabethton Carter County Public Library, on and on and on. Again, check us out on Facebook. Ashley Yates is our new public information officer. She's an Elizabethton product, so we're glad to have her on staff. She's an Elizabethton alum, and she's doing a great job. She's jumped in with both feet, so you can check out the news on there. We try to keep people up to date as much as we can on social media.
You know what you've done today, right? You realize
What's that?
what you've done? You just put yourself. You're going to be a regular now.
Okay, well,
Once a month. You sold me.
so long as you get Deb to play Batman, and I'll be the Robin to her Batman. And that'll be
Two-headed
fine.
monster. That's it.
That'll
That's
be
it.
good.
Batman and Robin. There you go. But seriously, thank you all very much. The cup was always half full. We can sit and poo-poo things, and you can poo-poo it all day long, but you got to look at the good things happening, and there's a lot of good things happening in Elizabeth, and not only the schools but the city itself. So that's why they came. Do we have problems? Every city in America has problems on how you deal with it, and we're dealing with it. And so to have a balanced budget, it's pretty impressive. So good stuff. Donna Townsend said Deb Googe is amazing. Yep, we appreciate these kids coming. So get you some lunch and come back. We'll book you for June. We'll come back once a month, come in for a little while and say, here's what's going on in Betsy.
Well, thank you. We
Yeah.
appreciate the opportunity to
Oh, yeah.
speak to you and your audience to say, hey, what's going on in the city?
Yeah,
Thanks
cups
a
half
lot.
full. Cups half full.
Thank you again, Tom.
Oh yeah, love
We're
you
Becks.
kids. Yep.
Love you more.
There you go. Thank you, sir. So I'm not supposed to tell a man I love him. Well, I did because I appreciate the job he's doing. So you what?
We're receptive.
We're receptive. You'll take that. All right. Plus to get him a lunch. All right. So good stuff. Thank you one more time again, our city manager and Miss Deb. Thank you. We'll take a break. We'll take a look at some Major League Baseball. We'll also take a look at the SEC. Tennessee will go to Chapel Hill to play this weekend in baseball. The Lady Vols softball play tomorrow in the College World Series in Oklahoma against the Texas Lady Longhorns. We'll take a look at all that and more. Come back with us after this from Big John's Closeouts on show number 2504 of the Tom Douglas Sports. Talking to Mike Barnett, the owner of Big John's Closeouts, proud sponsor of the Tom Douglas Sports Show and Cyclone Sports. Why buy here from the local guy versus the big box chain stores?
Well, I think, one of the things you have to consider when you're talking about buying local is you're supporting people that live in your community, that worship with you, that are involved in civic groups with you, that your neighbors, people that you've known for years, and also, the proceeds stay right here in Carter County. They go to not only pay the taxes here and stuff, which any business that exists here does, but it supports athletic programs, it supports nonprofits, it supports needs within the community, maybe where you've got a veteran that has a need or something that we can help offset the cost through discounts or donations, and stuff. Then we get hit with that quite a bit, as far as that nature. So we're able to help the community as well as encourage our young people, both from small all the way up to high school, with banners, sponsoring their sports teams and stuff of that nature. Plus, we have a vested interest in helping the customer that comes in. We want them to get the right item for the job and leave with what they need to finish that job. We want to listen to them, understand what they're doing, and they're not just to us just a number, if you would. They're someone we want to build a relationship with and a friendship with that trust us.
Pretty simple, folks. Be loyal, buy local, and buy from Big John's Closeouts in downtown Elizabethton, where they hammer high prices. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
We're proud to help our region move forward and help reopen every business we can.
At Carter County Bank, it's our job to help you focus on the happy moments and check off the things on your to-do list to make them happen. We're here along the way so you can pull off the happiest moments in life. Carter County Bank, in the business of happiness.
And back at the Tom Taylor Sports Show, I thought that was really cool. So, accent to positive, and that's what we did. And so, I appreciate them coming. I don't think I've ever met Mr. Estes till just now before. So, that's very kind. Appreciate him coming. Appreciate you being receptive to it and talking about the good things going on. I'm telling you, you want to come see this group. Look, I want you to know, too, I get nothing for promoting this Beach Boys concert or anything they were talking about. But I can tell you right now, they can crank it, Beach Boys. Help Me, Rhonda, and Boom, 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 I Get Away. Can't remember the name of the song now. Anyway, Surfing USA and Fun, 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 and all those songs we're going to do. It's a tribute band, Beach Boys, called Sail On, the name of the group. It's going to be on July 4th. It's going to be good. We'll talk more about that. A lot of good things happening. The Bonnie Kate Marquee lighting ceremony, one of those historical landmarks in the city of Elizabethton, the movie theater, the Bonnie Kate. Good stuff. So, all right, let's take a look at sports. From the baseball standpoint, the first no-hitter of the season happening last night. It was a combined effort by the staff of the Houston Astros. They blanked Evan Carter and the Texas Rangers 9-0 in Texas. First no-hitter since the 2024 season. Last season was the first season out of no-hitter since 2005. We got one this year. Combined staff from the Houston Astros to blank the Rangers 9-0. So they will celebrate, and did celebrate that last night in Houston, big time, or in Texas but it was in Texas. But the Astros celebrated certainly at Texas, the Ranger Stadium. Nick Lodolo won for the first time in 4 starts since coming back from a blister on his throwing ham. Couple of guys homered for the Reds, and the Reds extended the New York Mets' losing streak to 4 with a 7-2 victory. So Juan Soto missing his second straight game because of illness. This guy is out a lot for the New York Mets, but he still gets paid every day. Gets paid a lot, by the way. So Chase Burns will be tonight against Mets left-hander David Peterson in the second game of that series, and so the Reds win that one. The Braves are off yesterday, and the Rangers got no-no'd. So here's your schedule heading into Tuesday. You got the Braves in Boston. Ranger Suarez will go for the Red Sox, and Spencer Strider will counter for the Bravos at Fenway tonight. That'll be a 6:45 start in Boston. Also, the Rangers game 2 of that series. Leiter will go for the Rangers at home against Alexander for the Astros, and the Redlegs will be in New York to battle the Mets again. As we said, Peterson for the Mets and Chase Burns will go for Cincinnati. Other games, got some good ones. Washington and Cleveland, both those teams playing very well right now. They'll open that series up again in Cleveland tonight. Tampa Bay and Baltimore, the Angels of Detroit, Cubs in Chicago. You have Miami at Toronto, Minnesota and the White Sox. Who'd have thunk it? The White Sox were a joke a year ago. I mean, they were a doormat. Here they are. They have a game-and-a-half lead. Let's see. Chicago, a game-and-a-half lead over Minnesota. So it's the second and third place teams playing, starting again with the White Sox in Chicago tonight. Hello, Phil Whitaker. How you doing, sir? Thanks for watching. Cardinals will be in Milwaukee. The Yankees in Kansas City tonight. Seattle with a trailing the Athletics by 2.5. They're going to be taking on the Athletics tonight. Hancock will go for Seattle, and Luis Severino will go for the Athletics tonight. Philadelphia at San Diego. Arizona at San Francisco. Tony Vitello still under the gun as the manager of the Giants, and Colorado against the Dodgers. It'll be at Dodger Stadium in L.A. So the standings look like this. In the American League, Tampa Bay leading the Yankees by 3.5. Tampa Bay's lost 2, but they've won 6 out of 10. You have the Yankees have won 2 in a row. They're a flat 5-5 over the last 10. And again, Tampa Bay leads the Yankees by 3.5 in the East. In the Central, Cleveland with a 3.5 game lead over the White Sox. Again, the Guardians have won 8 out of 10, playing really good baseball. They got the Nationals in town. White Sox in second, Minnesota in third. In the West, Athletics lead Seattle by 2.5, and the Rangers in a tailspin. They've lost 4 in a row and 7 out of 10. They're now 3 back. That's still not insurmountable, of course. And so the Rangers trying to get things turned around game 2 of that series tonight against the Astros. In the National League, the Braves, 36-18. They still the best team in baseball? Let's see. I think they are. And, they're tied with Tampa now, the best record. Braves are 36-18. Tampa Bay's 34-17. So the Braves and the Rays are the 2 best teams in baseball. Braves lead the Nationals by 8.5. Washington has won 3 in a row and 6 out of 10. They've leapfrogged over Philadelphia. Miami's starting to catch fire. The Marlins have won 4 in a row and 6 out of 10 there in the East. The Mets have lost 4 in a row and 6 out of 10. Man, they got a payroll. They should be doing a whole lot better than they are. And so I bet you're going to see some people get dumped and unloaded before the All-Star break to kind of wave the white flag. They are 22-32 right now. They're 14 games out, the Mets. So they are sinking quickly in the East and the National League. I'd say you're going to see a fire sale for some of the Mets players to dump that payroll, probably before the All-Star break. In the Central, Milwaukee leads the Cardinals by 2.5, the Cubs by 3.5. Milwaukee, they just keep winning. They just play. I'm not even sure. Greg's been on there before, Mr. Baseball. He'll be with us Friday. We'll be Friday at Food City in Gray, and he'll be with us. But Milwaukee, they're 31-20. They just keep playing. There's nothing fancy about them. There's not really a super. Cubs are 9 in a row, and they've lost 9 out of 10. Cubs are dropping like a rock. They're 3.5 out. All that in the Central. In the West, the Dodgers and the Padres. The Dodgers opened up a 2.5 game lead. Dodgers have won 3 in a row, 8 out of 10. Arizona has won 3 in a row and 8 out of 10. They're only 4.5 back. Padres are 2.5 back. Then you look at Colorado's lost 3 in a row and 7 out of 10. They got the worst team in baseball. Let's see, 364 is their winning percentage. Yep, worst team in baseball, Colorado, 20-35. They're 14.5 games out. Wow. So anyway, that's what's going on in San Francisco. They've lost 6 out of 10. And so the rumblings continue for the departure of Tony Vitello, San Francisco. Again, I don't come on the show to advocate people getting fired, but it is what it is. It's a performance-based business, and right now they ain't performing too good. Then you look at, let's see. You see Jacob Mizorowski. Guy's unbelievable. You're talking about a flamethrower. Going to be interested to see how long his arm can hang, though. This guy's throwing over 100 miles an hour, 57 pitches last night, at least 100. Most of any individual in a game since pitch striking began back in 2018, which is 18 years ago. So, but how long can you keep doing it? That's my question. Yeah, your arm can only take so much. 57 pitches over 100 miles an hour. Wow. Top velocity was 103.4. He reached that 3 times in his last assignment, which is last night. 9 of his strikeouts came on pitches that reached over 100 miles an hour. So, only other guy that's putting up those kind of numbers was Cincinnati's Hunter Green. Previous record for 100-mile-per-hour pitches in a game was 47 by Hunter Green back in 2022. This guy threw 57 pitches last night over 100 miles an hour. Whew. And that's like, that's bringing it. It's unbelievable, really. So, and it sounds good right now. And he said, they pay me to throw hard, and I get that. But at what point does it catch up with you? Because your arm can only take so much. And so, but the guy right now is throwing flames, to say the least. But over the long haul of a career of a guy pitching, how long can that arm last in that durability, I guess what I'm trying to say. But we'll see. Tom Taylor Sports Show, we're on the road again, Chick-fil-A. Again, we heard her say, coming up, you've got next month, you have the peach milkshake coming in. You got the honey pepper pimento sandwich coming in next month, the pineapple dragon fruit, and a new kids meal offering medium mac and cheese with a side, and that's coming up again. Hello, lady. How you doing? I'm doing good. Stopped her dead in her tracks. Came around the corner and thought, I ain't getting close to him. He's broadcasting. Summer promos, June the 8th. The honey pepper pimento, the peach milkshake, pineapple dragon fruit, and the new kids meal with the medium mac and cheese with a side. It's all coming in June. Again, coming up on June 1st, which is 2 weeks from today. Is that right? No, it's next Monday. Next Monday, a week from today. This is not Monday. This is Tuesday. I'm mixed up. Took yesterday off. This coming Monday will be bingo here at 5:30. It's a big deal. They go bananas over bingo here. People come in. It's pretty competitive. They have a lot of fun, of course, but they have a lot of fun with bingo. All right, quick break. We'll take a look at the College World Series in softball and also the college baseball. Playoffs are here, the World Series. Not quite yet, but they're getting close. We'll do that right after this break from the Elizabethton Church of Christ, one of our sponsors, on show number 2504 of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Hey there, neighbors. Todd Houston here with the Elizabethton Church of Christ, wishing you a very happy new year and a wildly successful 2026. I'd like to invite you to come and get them, and then again Wednesday evening at 7. You can find us on Facebook or at elizabettoncoc.org.
Very simple. It happens every day. Tell us how we can do it.
Yeah, all you got to do is give us a call. We brought 2 yesterday, actually, but you just give us your name and your birthday and tell us where your prescriptions are at right now, and we'll call that pharmacy, get everything brought over. A lot of times people are nervous about moving because they're afraid something doesn't have refills or something can't be transferred. And when that's the case, we'll call those doctors, get you new prescriptions, and take care of everything, really. It's like the people, one of them we had transferred yesterday, said they'd been trying for about 3 days to get medicine refilled and just wasn't happening, and was frustrated and asked if we could do better, and called, got everything transferred. Took maybe 15 or 20 minutes, and we had to call the doctor on one, which waiting on doctors can sometimes be a little time consuming, but they got that called in, and by the afternoon we had everything ready for her.
There you go, folks. So, it's just that easy. If you're not happy where you're getting your prescriptions filled, come to the Lingerfield Drug Center. The phone number to call and talk to you about it is?
It's 423-542-2138.
There you go. One of our great sponsors right here of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Get your prescription changed to a mom-and-pop pharmacy that still cares about their people and still wants to give you 100% customer satisfaction. It's right here at Lingerfield Drug Center beside Carter County Bank in downtown Elizabethton. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. And back with the Tom Doe Sports Show. Doug Inshaw's going to join us coming up here in just a few minutes, and we'll talk a little, get his take on he just came back from the SEC baseball tournament down in Hoover, Alabama. The Women's College World Series double elimination starts. They'll be coming up again tomorrow. Check that, Thursdays when they start. Yeah, College World Series for the ladies in Oklahoma starts on Thursday. Game 1 will be number 3 seeded Texas Tech, number 5 seed Mississippi State at noon. Let me give you the brackets. Bracket 1 will be Texas, Tennessee, Texas Tech, and Mississippi State. SEC, 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 Big 12. Bracket number 2, Alabama, SEC, Nebraska, Big 10, UCLA, Big 10. They in the Big 10? No, I can't remember. Yeah, they in Southern Cal are Big 10. And the number 2 seeded Arkansas, SEC. So the dominance again in college softball, the SEC. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 out of the 8 teams are from the SEC. What's that tell you? Here's the schedule Thursday. Number 3 seeded Texas Tech will take on number 5 seeded Mississippi State in bracket 1. The second game, Tennessee, the Lady Vols will take on Texas. Texas number 1, Tennessee number 2 at 2:30 on Thursday from Oklahoma. Then you got number 1 Alabama in that second bracket. Number 1 Alabama against number 2 UCLA. You have number 1 Nebraska versus number 2 Arkansas. So that second bracket is 2 number 1s, Alabama, Nebraska, 2 number 2s, UCLA and Arkansas. Interesting. So anyway, Texas Tech, Mississippi State, double elimination. Texas and Tennessee, the Lady Vols play at 2:30 on Thursday. Alabama, UCLA, and Nebraska and Arkansas. It's game day 1 for the World Series of Women's College World Series double elimination. All right, the guys, they start. The battle for college baseball's national championship heats up this week. 64 teams in contention for the title. They revealed that yesterday. And so UCLA is the number 1 seed and the right to home field advantage through the super regional round. So they've got other teams. UCLA's the fave, but you got Georgia Tech. You've got Georgia are going to be very good. You've got the Texas Longhorns are very good in baseball. They're one of the favorites to could slip up and win the whole national championship. Georgia, Auburn, North Carolina, Texas A&M, Florida, Mississippi State, Texas, Georgia Tech, and UCLA. Those are the teams that are predicted to be there battling for the national championship. The journey to Omaha begins this coming Friday with 16 regional sites. Super regionals will be the following weekend, and that'll set the stage of the College World Series June 12th at Charles Schwab Field in Omaha. All right? So, toughest region, no question. They're calling it the region of death. Nebraska. Wow. Yeah, I was reading the folks. Let's start with that particular region in Lincoln, Nebraska. Nebraska, Ole Miss, Arizona State, and South Dakota State. That's a pretty good region. So let's start with that one. Then we'll go to L.A. You got UCLA, the host school, Virginia Tech, Cal Poly, and St. Mary's. In Atlanta, Georgia Tech's your host, with Oklahoma, the Citadel, and UIC. In Athens, your host school. Hello, Amy Whitson. How you doing, dear? In Athens, your Florida, North Carolina State, and Milwaukee. In Chapel Hill, the Tennessee Vols are there. North Carolina, Tennessee, East Carolina, VCU. That would look to be a pretty tough region. North Carolina, Tennessee, East Carolina, VCU. In Austin, Texas, Austin, Texas, you've got Texas, UC Santa Barbara, Tarleton State, and Holy Cross. In Morgantown, West Virginia, the Mountaineers hosting Wake Forest, Kentucky, and Binghamton, New York. In Lawrence, Kansas, the Jayhawks, Arkansas, Missouri State, and Northwestern. In the Starkville, Mississippi region, the obvious host school, Mississippi State, Cincinnati, Louisiana, and Lipscomb. We told you Lincoln, Nebraska, and College Station in Texas, Texas A&M, Southern Cal, Texas State, and Lamar. And in Eugene, Oregon, Oregon State, Washington State, and Yale. You're talking about going a long way. Yale going from the northern part of the country all the way out to Oregon to play baseball in Eugene, Oregon. That's a long haul for those guys. And that's your baseball brackets. We'll have Doug in here talking about that coming up here in just a few minutes. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We'll take a look at some NASCAR and also the NBA and the National Hockey League. Right after this break, we're live here again at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth. The Peach Milkshakes are here on June the 8th. That's the big summertime fave. Peach Milkshake, big old chunks of peach in the straw. Always get it plugged up. I always try and eat it and get all over me. Take the straw out and slop the peach milkshake all over my shirt. Don't even care. So that's what's coming on June the 8th. The honey pepper pimento and the peach milkshake and the pineapple dragon fruit, all that coming in for the summertime on June the 8th. One of our great sponsors on Cyclone Football, again, the great folks at Ivy Hall Nursing Home. Joseph Taylor, tell us what it's all about.
Yes, sir. We specialize in short-term rehab or long-term care. We accept all major insurances. We accept Medicare, Medicaid. What we really love is people that come in that have had a knee replacement, hip replacement, come to Ivy Hall for some inpatient rehab. We have physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy. We have a full-time respiratory therapist. And Tom, you can see I'm a big guy, so you know I like food. I know good food, and Ivy Hall specializes in home.
Find out more about Ivy Hall on social media.
Yes, sir. We have a Facebook page, Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Facebook, or a website, ivyhallnursing.com.
One of our great sponsors, folks. Glad to have them on board. Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Why shop at the Jeweler's Bench?
Because we're a hometown store with full service, expertise. We offer everything from custom design to watch batteries to ring sizing to jewelry repair. Everything's done under one roof.
One stop. You have watches, you have pearls, you have E. Newtons, you have Pandora, you have the Naked Bee lotion line, if you will. You have something truly for everybody, correct?
We do, yes.
Yep. Talk about kids' jewelry. Talk about it real quick.
Yeah, we have earrings, bracelets, a few rings, and the kids' stuff.
Yep.
So, I mean, you can spend anywhere from $5 up to however much you want to spend.
Yep.
We've got a good range.
How do we find you on social media?
Facebook and Instagram.
How do we find you on the telephone? The number is
423-542-5600.
And the hours you are open?
Is Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and on Saturdays, 9:30 to 4.
Springtime, summertime, anytime's a good time to shop at the Jeweler's Bench in Elizabethton, proud sponsor of the Tom Taylor Sports Show, and Elizabethton Cyclone Sports at the Jeweler's Bench. Therapy Services, great sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Why Physical Therapy Services? A lot of folks out there that do what you do. Why PTS?
Nobody does it the way that we do it. There are other people out there that say that they are, and I want to air quote, sports PTs. There's no one out there that is truly a sports physical therapy clinic. We've been in business since 1980, and we continue to be in business after people have been bought and sold, folded. The reason why we continue to stay in business is twofold. Number one, we're a little crazy, which is fun. But number two, and the most important thing, is we always take care of the patient first. You take care of the patient first. This is what my dad always taught me. You take care of the patient first, everything else will fall into place.
Locations? Where do you have locations?
1975 West Elk Avenue. That's where my clinic is, where I work primarily. And then we have a pediatric location as well at the Medical Care Building at 1500 West Elk Avenue.
Physical Therapy Services. Last question, real quick. What's the phone number?
423-543-0073.
Physical Therapy Services, proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back in the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Brought him in, folks. He comes in every year after his little jaunt down to Hoover, Alabama. Talk a little SEC baseball. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing really good.
Yeah. Is the food good down there, by the way, at the concession
We
stand?
eat really good. They got a place down there called Biscuit Belly.
Biscuit Belly.
I ate there not once, but twice.
This in the park?
No.
It's out in Hoover?
It's in Hoover, yeah.
How big is Hoover, Alabama? Bigger than Elizabethton, bigger than Johnson City?
Yeah, it's 100,000.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a booming area. Jordan told me, I can't remember. You know, my son lives down there. He told me all that. I want to say it's 100,000 people. It's a booming area. They have that Hoover High School. You know, you remember years ago they used to have the two-a-days football.
Mm-hmm.
It was Hoover High School that
started
did
that.
Yeah. But yeah, they got some really good. That's what we do down there when we go. It's flip-flops, shorts, T-shirts, lots of sunflower seeds, and really good food.
And the Biscuit Belly.
It's called Biscuit Belly. Yeah, it's really good.
But at the ballpark, do you have good food at the ballpark? You don't.
We don't ever eat the ball.
No, good.
No, we go to the local restaurants.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right. We're here again live at Chick-fil-A. So he just came back from the obvious, what we're talking about, the SEC baseball tournament. First off, Tennessee laid an egg. What'd they do? What's your take on all that?
I did not get to see them. They lost on a Tuesday, and I didn't get down there till Thursday. So I didn't get to see them, which Jordan had warned me, Dad, we might not get to see Tennessee this year. So the good news was that Arkansas is who beat them, and Arkansas made it to the finals. You know, they got beat by Georgia, but and that's a whole nother story too, because I was down there and watched the Arkansas Auburn game. I think that was that Saturday night, Friday night? I think it was Friday. No, it was Saturday. And you know, in baseball, sometimes the best team don't win.
Mm-hmm.
And I just knew it was going to be Auburn, Georgia in the finals, but Arkansas beat them. And Auburn, I think Auburn, if they played them 5 times, Auburn would win 4, but Arkansas beat them. And man, it was packed. Auburn fans everywhere down there.
So, well, yeah, you're not that far from Auburn. I mean, you're in Alabama, so it would make perfect sense to be pro-Alabama and Auburn crowd because you're in Alabama for the tournament. So, Georgia wins it.
Yeah, by far, Georgia. It was just their year, and then Georgia played Arkansas in the finals. I got back late Sunday. The finals is. I think it was 2 or 3 o'clock, whatever it was. I think they may have had a rain. That was another thing this year. They had a few rain delays. It rained a lot, but Georgia by far was the best team.
So, in your humble opinion, can Georgia make a run? Can they win it all?
I think they can make a run. I really do. They played the best game this year to me was the Florida Georgia game. It was Saturday at. They were supposed to start at noon. I don't think they started till like 2 or 3 because of the rain. And Florida led the whole game, jumped out to a big lead, but Georgia came back in the last couple of innings and won it. Their offense is when they get their offense rolling, you can't stop them.
How dominant is the SEC? This is how dominant they are. The last 6 national champions have come from the SEC. How about that? So nearly half of the top 16 national seeds this year call the SEC home. So it's a baseball powerhouse conference, the Southeastern Conference.
It's dog year this year.
Dog.
It's dog year. It's the year of the dogs, I believe.
Oh, you're talking about the Bulldogs?
Yeah, the Bulldogs.
Oh, I thought you meant dog.
Georgia.
I got you. All right, so let's look. They start the regionals again, as we told you. We'll crank it up. And so SEC reigns supreme in a balanced field. Well, each of the 4 power conferences have multiple regional sites. 7 leagues send at least 2 teams into the field. And so the SEC, obviously, you're about to hear, very dominant. Athens will have Georgia, Boston College, Liberty, and Long Island. Auburn will have, at their site, Auburn, Central Florida, NC State, and Milwaukee. Austin, Texas will have Texas, UC Santa Barbara, Tarleton State, and Holy Cross. That's not much of it's pretty weak, I think. Starkville, Mississippi State, Cincinnati, Louisiana, Lipscomb. College Station, Texas A&M, Southern Cal, Texas State, Lamar. Then you have in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Oklahoma State, SCF State, and Alabama State. And in Florida, the Gators will be the host team along with Miami, Troy, and Ryder. Tennessee goes to Chapel Hill to battle North Carolina. They say North Carolina is one of the teams they can win it all.
Well, they'll have to go. They have to get by them dogs.
So
I think if Tennessee wins, North Carolina wins. If I understand that, I think they will play North Carolina the second game. So that's not good for Tennessee. I don't think Tennessee gets out of the region.
Don't think?
No, I don't think so.
North Carolina, Tennessee, East Carolina.
I hope I'm wrong.
Yeah, North Carolina, Tennessee, East Carolina, and VCU. So, by the way, he's the pastor at Caldwell Springs Baptist Church. While he was in Alabama, he said, "Hey, big guy, will you pinch hit for me on Sunday?" And I did. Had a wonderful time. I love Caldwell Springs Baptist Church. They're good peeps up there. You got good people.
Hey, you pinch hit what 4 times now? I call you in the bat, man. You hit a home run. You're doing good.
I do whatever you want me to do. Go up and talk about the Lord.
Amen.
And if you've never been to Caldwell Springs Baptist Church up Stony Creek, I say it every time I'm there. They have stained glass windows that are unbelievable, especially one on the back wall. And you told me it took a long time. It was almost, you told me, or maybe it wasn't you. Somebody up there told me. It wouldn't have been you because you were gone when I pinch hitted. But one of the men up there said they went in piece by piece by piece. It's not like you just made it all together and put it up there. I mean, they cut this piece and put in there, cut this piece, put in here. I mean, it's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous.
Something I learned, I've been there 9 years. You know, there's a little rock wall around the whole church. The church used to be rock years and years before our time. It was a completely rock church, but it burned, and so then they rebuilt it and built it back brick.
Interesting.
But it used to be a rock church.
Used to be Rock Church.
Probably
River Rock, huh?
It was just like the little wall around it.
I bet you it's River Rock coming out of that creek.
Stony
Up
Creek.
Stony Creek. There you go. That's the name. All right, so you've got Georgia, Auburn, Texas, Mississippi State, Texas A&M, Florida, and Alabama in the tournament. 7 of them. So
4 or 5 will make it.
think so?
I think so.
It's a really good. I mean, it's a powerhouse baseball conference, obviously. So
I found out something down there. Jordan, as my son lives down there, and this is. I hope it extends. But anyway, it's going to be in Hoover till 2028, and then the SEC has a choice. They can extend it 2 more years to 2030, and then that's possibly it. It may move to Texas. I hope it doesn't, but it's going to be there 2028. So at least we'll have 2 more years of this.
2 more years you have to go down.
And then they can extend it to 2030 if they want to. And then there's a bunch of buzz that I think Texas is trying to get it, which that doesn't make any sense to me.
Why would you move it if it was working?
And from what Jordan was telling me, I think the coaches, they all like Hoover. You know, and the little Hoover's done a lot to try to. They've added on the suites and they've added a complimentary building. I mean, it's really nice down there.
What's the attendance of the stadium? How big is it?
Oh, you asked me that last time. I cannot remember.
We're about to look it up here. I'm fixing to hit. What's this lady's name? I asked. Inca or something like that. I don't know what her name is.
I cannot remember. You asked me that last time.
Elsa.
Or before I went, you asked me. I forgot.
What is the
Hoover Met
attendance of the baseball stadium in Hoover, Alabama?
It's called the Hoover Met.
Hoover Met Complex. 16,000. 10-8, but can expand to 16,000 with portable outfield and standing room seating. Was it packed down there?
No. There was one game. The Georgia-Florida game was packed. The Auburn-Arkansas game was packed, but the other games, you had a lot of rain. But those 2 games were pretty packed. But the years I've been going, the last 5 years, you can't beat a Tennessee LSU game.
Oh, really?
It is packed.
Really?
Yes. And LSU, I tell you, I didn't get to see them. They lost, but they bring the crowd. But the Georgia-Florida game, there was a lot of Georgia fans. I guess the 2 fan bases that showed up this year, Auburn and Georgia.
We're talking to Doug. He went to the SEC baseball tournament, so you're just a baseball junkie. You just go down there.
I am.
You just sit there and watch baseball. You cheer for the balls, but you just down there and watch them all of them.
Yeah. I wore my orange shirt down wore some orange coming back home, but during this year, Tennessee wasn't it. So my sister got me a Chattanooga Lookout shirt. So I wore the
Chattanooga Lookout.
There's a C with the eyes on it. So I wore some Chattanooga Lookout.
Are they still a Reds affiliate?
Yes.
Yeah, Chattanooga Lookouts. Yeah.
And they built a new. They're building a new stadium down there on the bend down there, where 24 and 59 kind of, or 24 and 75 kind of meet down there along the river. They built a brand new stadium. It is incredible.
Oh, is it really?
Yes.
The
Matter of fact,
Chattanooga Lookouts.
of course, this will be the first time I've said this. I've talked to some men at church. I think some of us men at Caldwell Springs, we're going to get a road trip and go check a Chattanooga Lookouts game.
Oh, really?
The stadium down there is incredible. It's all these new stadiums now. They're building condos and shops and restaurants, and that's what they're doing down there. It's called the Bend.
The Bend, home of the Lookouts.
That area down there is Moccasin Bend, but they've nicknamed that area the Bend. It goes in around Lookout Mountain, and it's pretty nice. It's really nice.
They're doing it right, huh?
Yeah, the stadium's done. They're just completing all the other stuff around it.
You're getting excited talking about it. I like it. So, of course, that's where he's from. Weren't you a Red Bank Lion?
Red Bank, go Lions.
Red Bank Lions, yeah. Talking to a kid at church the other night, sitting there at the picnic, and started talking to him, which is why we do it. We get a chance to get out of our comfort zone. Sitting there talking to this kid. I said, "Where are you from?" He said, "From Red Bank, Tennessee." I said, "Really?"
What was his name?
Pitches from Milligan. I can't remember his name.
Oh, wow.
But he pitches from Milligan, and he's from Red Bank. He's a reliever.
I need to go watch Milligan, don't I?
Yeah, he's a Red Banker. I'll have to ask him. I'll see him Sunday at church. I'll make a point to find out who he is. But
Give him my number. Tell him hook us up.
Mm-hmm. What was the name of the legendary coach? Tom
Weathers.
Tom Weathers, Red Bank Lions.
He coached there 30 plus years football.
I will never forget the night I went down and called the game for Dobbins Minute in the playoffs against the Red Bank Lions. You had Riggs as a kid. Before we get off the interstate, it did not stop raining. I bet it rained 2 inches of rain down there. It was a mud bath, and Riggs just went through us being DB, like he was on dry ground. This kid was a stud.
He was good.
I'm trying to remember his name. Gerald was his
Gerald,
daddy. Gerald was his daddy.
Yeah, I don't remember the son.
But anyway, he ran the ball for Red Bank in a driving rain. I mean, it rained the whole time. It didn't let up. I thought we were going to build an ark and get out of there. But the Red Bank Lions, Tom Weathers was the coach.
Yep.
It's a great program.
Yes.
It was a great facility.
Ted Gatewood's the coach there now. He used to be at Ottawa, and Ted was a senior when I was a sophomore, but he's the head coach down there now. Ted Gatewood, good guy.
Interesting.
Good guy. Hey, speaking of Gerald Riggs, everybody's watching the Marshall kid. Peyton Manning's son goes to Baylor down there. Everybody's got their eye on him. Peyton Manning's son, Marshall. He goes to Baylor.
Chattanooga Baylor, private school, Marshall
He'll
Manning.
be a freshman. So
I assume he plays football, right?
Yes.
He slings it?
He can sling it.
Sling it like Daddy did?
I don't know about that yet, but he's a freshman.
Yeah.
But they're looking at it.
Chattanooga Baylor.
Chattanooga Baylor.
Got to remember the name, Marshall Manning, Peyton's boy.
Yep.
All right. So on a 1 to 10 or an ABC, let's go 1 to 10. If you had to grade the SEC tournament for fan appeal, just parking, just the whole atmosphere, the whole experience,
10,
on a 1 to 10.
10 plus.
10 plus.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes. Because you ask if the food, the prices are like anywhere else. You're gonna pay some, but they've got this right next to the stadium. It's called the Finley Center. It's an indoor facility, and so it's full of all these things for kids to do, jump houses, all kinds of stuff. And my grandson Beckett, he's 3, so I've probably got 2 more years of going to the game. And then when he gets about 5 or 6, me and him's going to hang out at the Finley Center.
At the Finley Center.
That's where all the kids go.
There you go.
And it's they got all kinds of things in there for kids to do. So it's just really nice.
Are you Papaw, Granddad?
I'm Papaw.
Papaw.
Yeah.
Papaw's going to the Finley Center in Hoover, Alabama.
It's right next to the stadium there.
The Biscuit Belly.
Yeah. Biscuit Belly, Taco Mama, Saul's Barbecue. Those are the 3 big places we ate at this year.
Yeah. In Hoover, Alabama, SEC tournament. So
Hoover's a pretty big. It's a big place.
So you're calling now. You think one of the SEC can make it 7 straight years and win the national championship?
I think it's Georgia or Florida. Georgia, Florida. Florida's got really good pitching, but Georgia's just they're all around. They've got the hit.
They're loaded.
They're good.
Yeah. So there you go. We start the regionals this weekend, and from there you go to the super regionals, and from there you go to the College World Series in Omaha, which we had the privilege of being part of back in 1990. It was a really cool gig. It's not there now. I think we were at Rosenblatt Stadium back then, and we went to the Citadel and got the chance to call ball games, and it was really cool. Got to be on ESPN, and it was a great experience in Omaha, Nebraska. Now,
I would love to go there sometime. My son Jordan went a couple years ago, and he said, "Dad, there was nothing like it." I've never been. I'd love to go sometime.
I don't crow about food much, but I will tell you this. We went to the steakhouses in Omaha, and there's a steak in Omaha, Nebraska. I'm not kidding you. They were that thick. I mean, it's nothing like I'd ever seen in my life. And I sat there with some A1 sauce, 957, and tore it slap up. Never. That's been 1990. What is that? That's how long has that been? 26.
That's going back. That's back when you had short hair, isn't it?
That's it. Well, I did have short hair. Matter of fact.
When I first met you, you had short
I
hair.
had short hair. So what would that be? 36 years?
That's been a long time.
Hang on. Let's look this up. I'm pretty sure it's 36 years.
You were doing DB then, weren't you?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. In fact, Coach Shipley's watching.
I was a youth minister at University Parkway Baptist Church.
Mm-hmm. Coach Shipley, who coached Dobbinson's watching the show right now. Hello, sir. That would be 126 years. What did I do wrong? 2026 minus
1990. You did it.
No, I didn't. I did it wrong. 1990.
90, yeah. You said 1900.
36.
There you go.
36 years ago. Wow. Got a tickle getting old. 36 years ago, we were at the College World Series in Omaha. Calling the Citadel, Cal State Fullerton, NC State. I'm trying to remember who we beat. We lost to Cal State Fullerton, put out North Carolina State. Came back in double elimination, played Cal State Fullerton, got beat. So got put out, but it was a great experience. Got to hang out with Vince Dooley.
Oh, wow.
From ESPN, he was doing games in, and we got to be on ESPN.
But that was fun.
It was a cool ride. Rosenblatt Stadium. What a great. I don't think they play there anymore, but it was one of those nostalgic. Had the old metal. What did it look like? The light towers look like this. Look like an erector set. It was really cool. Rosenblatt Stadium. But anyway, that was 36 years ago. He was in diapers then, right? You're a young pup.
I don't know. I say 36. I'm 60. So what is that? 24.
You were 24 back then.
That's before I had gray hair.
Yeah. Told him at the church house Sunday. I knew Doug.
When I was a youth minister.
He was courting Jan.
No. We
were married.
We were just married.
Just got married.
Yep.
You hadn't had Hannah yet.
August 4th, 1990.
You hadn't had Hannah.
Nope.
And you hadn't had
Jordan.
Jordan. So they were just courting. Just got married. Just got hitched up.
Yeah, there goes.
She better be here.
She's here.
She's here. She would come talk. She didn't know that. She's getting ready to talk. So, man, I appreciate you.
Hey, man, appreciate you, man.
Get you some lunch. And thank you again for letting me speak on your behalf at the church house. Good people.
Well, we'll do it again, and we'll do pre and post Hoover at least 2 more years.
Yeah.
2028.
Yeah. So I enjoyed speaking at his church. He's a good man. He's got a good congregation. Talking about warm, friendly people.
We're a small church, but there's a lot of love in the church.
There is a lot of love in the church.
We're hitting a growth spurt. God's really blessing our children's ministry. Joanne, that you're going to interview here, her and her son's Mike, they're my age.
Mm-hmm.
They're both retired. I'm a little jealous, but if pastors can be that way, I kid with them all the time. But they're both retired, but instead of just taking it easy, they're really just pouring into our kids. We have the Awana program. A lot of churches around here have that. But God's really blessing our Awana program right now. And a lot of young couples, and so it's good. But a lot goes to them. them, along with a handful of other people, are really knocking it out of the park as far as our children. So, get Joanna going here.
Get her over here. That's your job. Bring her over here. I'm going to take a break. Be right back. We're going to talk to Miss Joanna next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. On our buddy Misty Counts, owner of Duck Crossing here in downtown Elizabethton. Springs and summer's right around the corner. Why come shopping at Duck Crossing in downtown Elizabethton?
Because we've got everything you could ever dream of. We have 3 floors with over 50 different vendors. We have a great selection. We have more than 75% of our items are vintage, which are 25 years or older. So we are an antique mall, but we specialize in vintage items and things that take care of vintage items, like our cleaning supplies and things like that. We have clothes, we have jewelry, we have a little bit, like I said, of everything.
Yep, and you do. Hours are open?
We're open through the week, 11 to 5:30, Monday through Friday. Saturdays, we're open 10 to 6.
Closed on Sundays.
Closed on Sundays.
How do we find you on social media?
We're on
50 vendors. Be loyal. Buy local. Buy it in downtown Elizabeth with Duck Crossing Antique Store, one of our proud sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
We're all picky about our produce, and whether you're a thumper, a sniffer, a squeezer, or just plain particular, we promise no one is more picky about produce than Food City. That's why we're introducing our Picky Promise. Whether it's from farms down the road or tropical produce from the ends of the earth, we guarantee it's fresh or we'll replace it. You see, we're picky about produce, so you don't have to be.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we're live here again at Chick-fil-A. It's busy. We like it. Got a lot of folks, a lot of little people in here today. School's out, or getting out, so you see the countdown up in the corner. 87 days till kickoff. 87 days, 6 hours, 17 minutes, and 10 seconds and counting to Elizabethton Cyclone football 2026. We'll open things up. Come right here and talk to me. I am so proud of this young lady. Now, I know you don't want to do it. She's kicking and coming, kicking and screaming. But let me tell you, one of the cool things about doing this job, and I'm being totally serious, is to meet people like this young lady right here. They do a really great job at Caldwell Springs. This is Joanna Orr. How you doing, lady?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, that tone of voice, I guess I'm in trouble. I guess I'll get a text later, but that's okay.
You might.
You might. But I wanted you to talk about, it's all about the kids. If you watch this show, it's what I do. It's all about these kids, promoting youngins, whether it's the Readers or Winners, the tourist schools. In this case, I'm all about young people in the Awana program. Approved Workmen Are Not Ashamed is AWANA. And you guys have had you folks, you guys, you ladies, you've had a wonderful year.
We did.
Awana program. Tell us about it, would you please?
We've probably registered close to 40 kids.
Awesome.
And we're trying to serve families as best we can in the Stony Creek community. And we've averaged around 20 kids on Sunday nights. They have come in from a little bit everywhere. So it's not just Stony Creek, but anybody interested in scripture memorization and just being a part of a bigger community. We like to eat. We tease and say we're free meal Baptist, so we get a meal we get a good meal in there for all the kids.
Free meal Baptist, I love it.
We don't start back again until September, but we're working on some summer programs and kicking off some Sunday school events, and we've got a lot of people willing to do the work right now, and they're just on fire.
Yep. So you transition from Awana because school's over, and now you get ready for Charles Stanley said, in fact, I spoke about this when I was there Sunday for Doug. By the way, again, publicly, I want to thank these folks. They are so nice. When I go to Caldwell Springs Baptist, they are so nice and so kind. And as I said a while ago when Doug was here, if you've never been to Caldwell Springs, you need to go just to look at the stained glass windows. I go bananas. The one in the back, from the pulpit, you see the back of the church. I don't know. how old the stained glass is, but it's the real deal. What's the little young lady that's on her walker that's one of the oldest folks in there?
That would be my mom.
That's your mama?
And she's 90.
Well, I didn't know it was your mom.
That's Mama, Anna Ruth.
That's her.
Yep.
Well, she
And-
started telling me about the stained glass. She said they put it in piece by piece. And I can't remember what it was. I think it was the Lord and some sheep, I think. I can't remember what the actual picture was.
The
or
Good
is.
Shepherd is the
Good Shepherd, thank you.
focus of it, yeah.
But they actually took the stained glass. It's not like they just put it up in one big piece. They actually went in and put it, soldered it piece by piece to come up with this huge, I mean, I don't know how big, it's a whole wall, a stained glass window. It's beautiful. That's your mama. I did not know that.
No, it's my mama, yeah.
Good grief. How
And if you look close at that stained glass, it's actually three-dimensional. It's not just...
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
It's beveled, almost like it's three-dimensional.
laid in a way to... It's really, it is special.
So that ain't the only reason you go to Caldwell Springs, but I'll tell you what, the stained glass, you don't see it much anymore. And so thank you to Joanna Mike Orr for all you do for Caldwell Springs Children's Ministry. That's old Doug Henshaw. He can type and eat at the same time. So he's got him some chicken. He's typing. So it's good. Appreciate him. But anyway, I was up there Sunday and spoke, and they're very, very kind people. It's a very sweet-spirited church, I can tell you that. So you roll in from Awana to VBS. Tell us about that.
Vacation Bible School this year's theme is going to be Illumination Station, shining Jesus' light. And we're just trying to get some decorations that will attract kids and make them excited, but the focus is on the message, and it's all about Jesus. Every lesson
Amen.
is focusing on Jesus and the light that he is.
It's it's all about these kids, and they are bombarded with so many different things.
They are.
I mean, this day and age, so many different distractions, and the computer, and we know, I mean, it's unbelievable, really. And so to give them something to get their attention, I know, what was it Charles Stanley said, that most people make a decision by the time they're 12, 14 years old.
That sounds about right.
So we got to get them early, and they do. They do a wonderful job. So
we do a unique situation. Our Bible school is, we have a drama team. We try to have a drama team. Teresa Taylor has worked with them, and she's got some new adventures coming before her. So we're hoping to have the drama, have Jesus represented every night in the drama, and then have a supporting staff and cast that tells all about his ministry.
How long you been working with youngins yourself?
Since I was a youngin'.
Yeah, well, it's been 12 years ago.
At
so
least.
That's it, 12 years.
Every
so.
bit. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, you have to come up with new ways to get these kids' attention because they got so many distractions and bombarded with, and we all are, so much media, different things coming at you. So these young people, we got to hook them to get the gospel to them, and they do at Caldwell Springs up Stony Creek. And so it's, again, they're just good people. Doug says Anna Ruth is the queen of Caldwell Springs Church. So there you go.
That's what he says.
Yeah.
So that makes me what?
The princess. If
That's
she's
something
the queen,
I've never been called much.
That's it.
Princess, I'm not.
If she's the queen, then you be the princess, because that's your mama. All right.
We're passing it on down too. Our Mike and I have a daughter, Sarah. She's 23, and she's been working with kids basically all her life, and so she's getting ready to make a step out into working with kids with autism, and
awesome.
Proud of her.
Mike Orr's a pretty good guy, isn't he?
Yeah, he drives the bus.
How long have you been chasing her? How long has he been chasing you? Well, I actually caught you, but how long y'all been?
We've been together probably 40 years.
40 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I always ask people this when I run it. Okay, where did he take you on your first date?
The night we met, we went to Roan Mountain looking for Halley's Comet. Never did find that thing.
Well, that's smooth. Let me write that one down. I may have used that in the future.
Yeah, some of our mutual friends hooked us up, and we've been together ever since.
We're going up on the mountain.
Roan Mountain.
That's good. We're going to Roan Mountain, up on the mountain to look for. Come on, baby. Let's go look for Halley's Comet.
Comet, yes.
Wouldn't see Halley's Comet in a million years. He knew that.
Well, and you won't see it again.
Smooth.
You won't see it again. So.
Mike, you did. Look at him grinning over there. He's smooth. Took her up let's go up and see Haley's Comet.
That's it.
Yeah, okay, right. So,
Those Road Mountain boys know what they're doing.
I love that. Of all the people I've ever asked that, that's the first one. That's a good one. I took her up to see Haley's Comet. It's like going up to, let's go up and see if we can see Mount Everest. Yeah, okay. All right. Smooth, Mike Orr, smooth. That's good. All right.
They set him up. They set him up.
Yeah, it wasn't so bad, was it? See, you just did it.
I did not come dressed for the occasion.
We don't care. We're all country's cornbread. We don't care. So I'm going to get a text in a minute. I'm going to kill you if you ever do that again, or something to that effect. But she did a good job.
No,
so
I never threaten something I won't do.
That's there you go. All right.
There you go.
So VBS is when?
June 14th is our first day. We go Sunday through Thursday, 6 to 8:30. Try to start winding it down and putting kids on the bus shortly after 8.
Yep.
So.
Doug says Mike Orr is the man. Yep. So come on, honey. Let's go up and see if we can see Haley's Comet. That is good. That was smooth. That's good stuff there. It worked.
He got a life sentence out of the deal. So, and it was on his birthday. So.
He said, laugh if you want to, cowboy. It worked. Here we are 40 years later. Mike and Joanna sitting in the tree, KISSING. So there you go.
Amen.
All right. Quick break. We'll be right back after this. Take a look at the NBA, the National Hockey League, and NASCAR next on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Why Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings in downtown Elizabethton?
When everything goes corporate and everybody, you walk in and you're customer number 1,799, here you're Tom, and we know who Tom is. We know who you are. And we do it the old-fashioned way, so we're big enough now that we can take care of everybody and we can, get the good deals. We get the volume discounts and all that kind of stuff. And we're one of the last family-owned furniture stores in East Tennessee. But we're small enough that we know who you are and we can take care of you.
Absolutely. Social media, how do we find you?
We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram, at cannonshomestore.com on the internet, and just look up Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings on Facebook.
Hours are open?
Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, and Saturday, 9 to 5.
And the magic phone number to call?
423-543-6937.
Be loyal, buy local. Biden Elizabeth from Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Why Daniel Grindstaff?
Well, we are local. It's just like Cannon's Furniture here. You've got a local place of business right in the middle of town. You got a local point of contact. We have local adjusters that's out in the counties, and you can pick up the phone if you've got an issue with something. We try to help folks resolve it. And we are based in the state of Tennessee. We are Tennessee specific. We've got a $30 annual membership that goes to agriculture in Tennessee. It supports kids wanting to go to 4-H camp. We do a local scholarship for all the area high schools for kids that's been involved in agriculture that's going to go and get education past high school. And all that stuff plays a part into supporting the state where you live. We are state specific. Now, there's North Carolina Farm Bureau. That is separate from us. Mm-hmm. Kentucky Farm Bureau, we are state specific in the state of Tennessee. And, but that is, in my opinion, that's the biggest thing. You've got a point of contact.
How do we get a hold of you? Social media,
sir.
And a phone number.
Yeah, so I've got an agent page, Daniel Grindstaff Farm Bureau. We've got an office page, Elizabethton Farm Bureau, 423-543-2288. And I would like to add that we did get voted as best insurance firm, and thank the people that voted for us doing that. And somehow I wound up getting the agent category, which I greatly, greatly appreciate. It means a lot to me when folks, feel inclined to do that, especially for our office.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Daniel Grindstaff here, the Farm Bureau, one of our great sponsors of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Daniel Grindstaff at Elizabethton Farm Bureau.
Our success is your success.
See, she did it, and she's okay. She's not giving me a mean look. It's good. So she's, I'm not ready for this, but she did it and did a wonderful job. So thank you, Mrs. Orr. So yeah, if I didn't learn anything else on today's show, that's a good line I can use. Let's go see if we can see Haley's Comet. That is classic. That's good stuff there. When I used to do love notes on TFM, people call up on their anniversary. I say, "Where did you take on your first date?" I ain't never had anybody say, "We're gonna go up on Roan Mountain looking for Haley's Comet." Okay. Oh, that's where you met? Oh, you met him. There you go. Good. Here we are, 40 years later, riding the rails together. There you go. All right, NBA basketball from last night. The New York Knicks have punched their ticket to the NBA Finals the first time since 1999. They swept the Cleveland Cavaliers Eastern Conference Finals. They blew them out 130-93. Again, the Knicks have won 11 straight playoff games. These guys are on fire. They'll play the winner of the San Antonio Spurs and the Oklahoma City Thunder. They play again tonight. They do. That series is tied at 2. They're in Oklahoma City tonight. The Thunder, the defending NBA champs, and the up-and-coming San Antonio Spurs. That'll be going on in the NBA tonight. It's only two games left, or two teams left. It's the Knicks and the winner of that one for the NBA Finals when they get going next week. In the National Hockey League on the ice, the Carolina Hurricanes will skate. Last night they skated past Montreal 3-2 in overtime. They lead that series 2-1. Tonight on the ice, Colorado will be at Vegas. Vegas trying to close it out. They lead the Avalanche 3-0. At one point, Colorado had the best record in the National Hockey League. And so they've really laid an egg here in this semifinals of the Stanley Cup. So you got 4 teams left: Carolina, Montreal, Colorado, and Vegas in the National Hockey League. In the NBA, as we said, it's the Knicks. We're down to 3. The Knicks, the Spurs, and the Oklahoma City Thunder. All right, NASCAR, thought this was a really nice touch. Chase Elliott, who has consistently been named and voted the most popular driver in NASCAR, said, "I would love to see the fans turn and vote for Kyle Busch as the winning most popular driver." I thought it was really nice. These guys, I mean, these drivers have really rallied. Denny Hamlin told Samantha Bush, "Whatever it's going to take, we are not going to leave you out alone or leave you out there by yourself on a limb all by your. We will be there with you every step of the way." Saw where Kyle Larson's little boy went over and gave Braxton Bush a big hug there on Sunday. There's something about bagpipes. I don't know what it is. They just get to me. I don't know why. It's a good get to me, but they played the national anthem Sunday, the Coca-Cola 600, if you saw it, using the bagpipes of the national anthem. There's 3 guys playing. We got a guy here locally, John Shells, an excellent bagpipe player, but they played the national anthem bagpipes. It's just so haunting. Gosh, it's cut me to the core. And so anyway, Chase Elliott says he's in favor of Kyle Busch winning the most popular driver. So he said, absolutely, unequivocally, yes. I'll be glad, because he wins it every year. He said, I'll be glad to let the fans vote for Kyle Busch as the most popular driver. All right, All-Star race is over. Daniel Suarez won it. Now we get back into the points races. They're going to be coming up this Sunday. The Cracker Barrel 400 in Nashville Speedway is the next stop on the NASCAR Winston Cup circuit. Or the Cup circuit, I should say. Here's your points guys right now. The top 16, if you stop today: Tyler Reddick, Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, Ty Gibbs, Chase Elliott, Kyle Larson, Chris Buescher, Christopher Bell, Daniel Suarez, Carson Hocevar, Brad Keselowski, William Byron, Bubba Wallace, Shane Van Gisbergen, Chase Briscoe, and Ryan Preece. On the outside looking in is Austin Cindric, Joey Logano, A.J. Allmendinger, Michael McDowell. This is the first time I've talked about NASCAR since his passing. It's really, in my mind as I'm reading this, thinking, okay, when's he going to kick it in? And because he changed crew chiefs, talking about Kyle Busch, and so he was my driver. So as I'm reading this just now, I'm thinking, okay, when's he going to, light a fire under him and get back up to where he should be? And then it's almost surreal that you realize he's gone. So anyway, that's where they are. There's Cracker Barrel 400 coming up this weekend in Nashville. That's going to do it. Tomorrow we'll be at Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. There on People Street. We'll be at Connie and Tim with those folks tomorrow. Thursday we'll be back over there. We'll go back to back. Got 3 days in a row pushing Chick-fil-A. Then Friday we'll end the week. Short work week. Friday we'll end the week at Food City and Grail on Food City Friday. So thanks to our guests, Daniel Estes and Deb Gooch from the Elizabethton City Government, which I thought was really cool. They came in and gave some really good information. Joanna Orr came in from Caldwell Springs Baptist Church, as did Doug Henshaw. Appreciate those folks. The kids from Northeast Community Credit Union, also Leslie Broccoli, and those folks will be back on Monday. And so that's how we'll wrap up the show. We'll wrap it up with the verse of the day. We always dedicate our show to the man that hung on the cross. It's his show, and so this is the verse of the day. And it's a good one. They're all good, but this is, they're all good. I'll just leave it at that. But this is, here we go, right here. Psalms 3:4-5 says, you are a shield around me, O Lord. You bestow glory on me and lift up my head. To the Lord I cry aloud, and he answers me from his holy hill. I lie down and sleep, and I wake again because the Lord does what? He sustains me. It's awesome. That's Psalms 3:4-5. Then I finish it up by saying, thank you, Lord Jesus, because you protect us, you hear us, and most importantly, you love us unconditionally. Even when our actions and lives show we don't always deserve your love, but you love us anyway. Went up on the cross and let them do what they did to you because he said, I love you this much. Good way to end it. Thanks for watching the show. Oh, Molly was with us as well, too. I just saw Molly Hurley came in and talked to us as well from Chick-fil-A. Back tomorrow, Chick-fil-A in Johnson City. Have a good rest of your Tuesday. As Mama used to say, bloom where you're planted. We'll always tell you, win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 2504